In this podcast episode, the host sits down with Michael, a content creator and fitness coach known online as Higher Up Wellness, to discuss a wide range of topics spanning personal development, fitness, communication, faith, and the realities of building a successful online presence. The conversation digs deep into the challenges of vulnerability, mindset shifts needed to grow both physically and spiritually, and how embracing authenticity and perseverance can unlock success in multiple areas of life. The dialogue also touches on the nuances of training, nutrition, the psychological effects of social media, and the redemptive power of faith amid personal hardship. Michael opens by emphasizing a significant shift in the creator economy, moving away from polished perfection toward raw authenticity. Vulnerability is framed as a superpower, highly desired yet deeply feared. He explains how exposing genuine struggles resonates with audiences far more than curated highlight reels, creating a true connection. Early-stage creators often face the dilemma of whether to show their imperfect selves or strive for a facade of having it all together. Michael shares that his success accelerated when he embraced transparent storytelling, even when confronted with criticism or negative feedback. The discomfort of being authentic, he suggests, can be a diamond in the rough that creators must learn to harness. This transparency not only deepens impact, but reinforces humility and continuous growth. Michael credits his university experience in a professional sales program for building a strong foundation in public speaking and camera presence. Unlike many who find speaking on camera intimidating, he was regularly filmed and graded in front of peers, which desensitized him to the fear of rejection. This background laid the groundwork for his ease as a content creator today. Discussing communication skills, he stresses the importance of repeated practice and embracing the awkward early stages where one is terrible on camera. The key is to keep showing up and improving incrementally, much like physical training. The host echoes this sentiment, explaining how deliberate exposure, self-review, and consistency helped him overcome his own comfort barriers and eventually master on-camera confidence. Social media's double-edged nature is a common theme. The episode explores how exposure to constant feedback, both positive and negative, can shape a creator's mindset. Michael acknowledges that while negative comments can sting, over time, creators develop resilience through thick skin and perspective. He addresses common misconceptions on physique and fitness, explaining how accusations of using performance-enhancing drugs are often projections of others' disbelief in consistent hard work. Michael advocates for realistic expectations around fitness journeys. Consistency over time beats short bursts of intense effort. They also discuss how social media algorithms often reward polarizing or negative content, complicating creators' efforts to share balanced, authentic stories. Michael shares insights from his 18 years of training and coaching, emphasizing simplicity and compliance over complexity. He follows a 3-day full-body training split with a focus on intensity and progressive overload, a method inspired by experts like Greg Gallagher. This minimalist approach prioritizes sustainable habits, allowing busy individuals to commit long-term without burnout. On nutrition, he favors whole foods and intuitive eating, but highlights the importance of calorie awareness and tracking for people struggling to change body composition. Travel and adaptation to varying routines are acknowledged as challenges that affect physique maintenance, but he stresses that having a strong foundational base allows easier flexibility in lifestyle. Throughout the episode, the intersection of fitness with mental and spiritual well-being surfaces repeatedly. Michael explains that physical training enhances mental sharpness and is part of a broader lifestyle that includes mindset and faith. He notes periods when his own health and energy have flagged, attributing some struggles to overtraining, inconsistent sleep, and the psychological toll of perpetual high performance. The podcast discusses how rest, consistency in sleep, and supplementing magnesium, all quantified via tech tools like Whoop, play crucial roles in recovery. Michael recounts how the discipline required in fitness helped him navigate a difficult chapter of his life involving his father's declining health and eventual passing. Michael's upbringing by significantly older parents provided him with a unique perspective and mature outlook from a young age. He believes the wisdom passed down to him from a different generation was a blessing that shaped his resilience and values. The discussion deeply explores faith as a guiding force through hardship, specifically during the last months with his father, whose illness was mysterious and devastating. Michael shares how surrendering control and trusting in God brought him peace amid trauma. His renewed and growing faith reversed feelings of bitterness and fostered greater purpose, serving as a foundation for his personal and professional life. He encourages listeners exploring faith to be earnest, open in prayer, and start with the Gospels to build connection and understanding. Michael transitioned swiftly from corporate life into content creation, leveraging skills in sales and communication to build his brand. He highlights the rapid growth catalyzed by starting on TikTok before expanding to Instagram and quitting his job within months. His coaching approach evolved from one-on-one, high-ticket clients to lower-cost group coaching, and now to more selective, smaller group offerings. He identifies the challenge of meeting diverse client needs, ranging from fitness to communication or life coaching, and stresses the value of accountability and inspiration over complicated programming. Michael envisions himself increasingly as a mentor, helping people find clarity and direction in life, rather than solely focusing on physique transformation. The episode touches on challenges faced by content creators speaking in languages other than their native tongue. Michael advises focusing on clarity, limiting filler words, and delivering messages with intentional nonverbal cues like eye contact and cadence. Rather than trying to match native speakers perfectly, he suggests embracing what success looks like individually, which may mean building smaller but meaningful audiences. Using AI tools to translate or subtitle content can expand reach without sacrificing authenticity. The core principles of effective communication, conciseness, conviction, and presence, apply universally and are honed through consistent practice. Both host and guest reflect on the struggle to find equilibrium between grinding toward goals and savoring the present moment. Michael shares how frequent travel, rigorous marathon training, and content creation have taxed his energy, making rest and rejuvenation essential, yet challenging. The importance of managing expectations about productivity and allowing periods of lower output as part of sustainable success is discussed candidly. Both agree that youthfulness and freedom to explore build stat lines of memories, resumes, and personal growth that have compounding value with age. Recognizing that balance will look different at every life stage is a key insight for long-term fulfillment. Michael underscores the significance of connection with family, mentors, friends, and faith communities in navigating personal and professional challenges. He credits his father and a tight circle of like-minded individuals for instilling discipline and spiritual grounding during crisis. The value of people who hold space for vulnerability and honest expression is highlighted as crucial for mental health and growth. This relational support complements the solo effort of content creation and fitness work, preventing burnout and fostering resilience. Michael shares his approach to podcasting, which is largely unscripted and conversational, mimicking natural dialogue to create an engaging listener experience. He contrasts this with episodes where detailed preparation about an expert topic may be necessary to guide the conversation effectively. He credits hosts like Joe Rogan for skillfully balancing deep informational interviews with relaxed banter, a dynamic he strives to emulate. Challenges such as running out of questions or managing serious guests who resist levity are acknowledged as part of the craft. Over time, he has developed the confidence to wing it while ensuring key points are covered. Throughout the discussion, the harm of comparison, especially fueled by social media, is examined. Michael warns against the common trap of measuring oneself against seemingly overnight successes or curated highlight reels. Instead, he encourages consistent, authentic effort tailored to individual circumstances. Using examples from crypto millionaires in their 20s and fitness journeys, he advocates patience and self-compassion. The idea that most extraordinary outcomes are the product of relentless, repetitive effort over years rather than sudden hacks is emphasized. Viewing setbacks and slow progress as normal phases of growth is essential. In addition to training principles, Michael discusses practical nutrition strategies for busy traveling individuals. He emphasizes whole foods, flexibility, and cyclical adjustments based on activity and environment. Tracking calories and macros, even imperfectly, builds awareness and helps break plateaus. He admits that homemade meals or meal prep can be more accurate than some commercial options, but acknowledges the convenience of flexibility. Sleep hygiene, meal timing, and moderating alcohol intake are recognized as pivotal to recovery and performance. Technology such as Whoop plays a role in quantifying lifestyle impacts and guiding actionable change. Religion and faith are approached not merely as personal spiritual journeys, but as cornerstones of Michael's broader mission. Faith provides purpose that transcends worldly achievements or material gains. It also informs his content creation, coaching, and outlook on trials and suffering. This spiritual dimension offers a framework for embracing adversity as growth, surrender, and fulfillment. Michael encourages others to cultivate a personal relationship with God, grounded in authenticity rather than ritual formality. He sees faith as an anchor that supports mental health, ethical leadership, and compassionate connection. The profound impact of Michael's father's illness and death serves as a central narrative thread. This experience shaped his approach to life, communication, faith, and vulnerability. He shares how grief challenged him yet spurred growth, from delivering a eulogy to reevaluating his understanding of control. The loss deepened his empathy and conviction to serve others with honesty and compassion. This tragedy exemplifies how suffering can be transformed into a source of inspiration and authenticity, enhancing his ability to connect deeply with his community. Michael reflects on his experiences living in different cities and countries, noting the entrepreneurial energy prevalent in the U.S. compared to other places. He contrasts the fast-paced American dream environment with other cultural contexts. His personal journey, from corporate Atlanta to nomadic global travel and content creation, embodies this dynamic. He acknowledges that geographic flexibility and cultural diversity enrich creativity and opportunity, but also recognize the challenge of maintaining routines such as training and sleep while traveling. Finding home and purpose within constant change is a recurring theme. Finally, the episode highlights content creation not only as a profession or business, but as a calling, a means to inspire, educate, and uplift others. Michael and the host discuss their shared belief that countless people have potential to influence and improve lives, but are held back by fear or imposter syndrome. The consistent message is to start imperfectly, be willing to fail, and cultivate courage through repetition. Content shared vulnerably bridges loneliness and disconnection in a hyper-connected world. The multitude of roles content creators play, as coaches, communicators, mentors, and truth tellers, is celebrated,